Hi, Ronica. I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome to this exciting podcast episode. It's going to be really fun and helpful.
Thank you, Robin. I'm excited to be here too. So, what's in store for us today?
Oh, I promise you're going to love it. This episode is packed with learning opportunities that can make a real difference.
That sounds amazing. But tell me, what's the topic? And how's it going to help me?
Great question. Today, we're diving into something super practical. Listening to native speakers. This will help you improve your listening skills, pick up new words and phrases, and master the correct pronunciation. You'll also get to hear how real conversations flow naturally. It's like stepping into an immersive language experience.
Wow, that sounds so helpful and exciting. Listening to real-life examples must be one of the best ways to learn.
So, Ronica, do you know who the biggest YouTuber in the world?
Oh, come on, Robin. Everyone knows that. It's MrBeast, of course.
Bingo! MrBeast is not just the biggest YouTuber, but also a master of creativity and engagement. Did you know he's a great example of using simple ideas and turning them into something extraordinary?
That's so true. His videos are fun, inspiring, and super unique. I guess we can all learn something from him, even when learning English.
Exactly, Ronica. Whether it's creativity, storytelling, or language, there's always something new to pick up. Let's keep this energy going and dive into our learning session.
Did you know that before becoming MrBeast, he struggled with poverty and faced some serious financial challenges?
Yes, I know. His journey is truly inspiring. Despite all the struggles, he never gave up and focused on mastering YouTube.
Exactly. He earns millions now through his YouTube channel, sponsorships, and other ventures. It's amazing how his persistence and innovative ideas completely transformed his life.
So, Ronica, the first word that we are going to learn is phenomenal.
That's a nice word. Let's listen to the dialogue first to understand in which context we use the word phenomenal.
I have a phenomenal team of people who, I used to obviously raw brainstorm everything all day, every day. But now, some months, especially with the Prime Video show.
Welcome back, my friends. Now that we've heard the dialogue, let's break it down. The word phenomenal here is used to describe something extraordinary or exceptional. In this case, the speaker's team of people.
Let's make a sentence so that our audience can understand better. For example, she has a phenomenal talent for painting, and her work always stands out in exhibitions.
Wow, that's nice. Let's make one more sentence. For example, the movie was so phenomenal that it received a standing ovation at the film festival.
Now it's your turn, dear audience. Try making a sentence using the word phenomenal and share it with us. We'd love to see your creativity.
Absolutely. You should have the ability to create sentences using the word phenomenal so that you can confidently use it in your conversations and writing. It's a great way to enhance your vocabulary.
Well, the next word we are going to learn is screwed. This is a very useful word.
But first, let's listen to the dialogue, and then we'll explore the meaning with examples to help you understand how to use the word screwed effectively.
But there's one more new word in the dialogue, overleveraged. Let's listen carefully so we can understand the context in which both words screwed and overleveraged are used.
On certain days, I was just praying I would, get 10,000 views in the next month so I could afford to buy a microphone, you know what I mean? And then other days, of course, I'm like praying I want to be the biggest YouTuber to ever live on the face of the planet. But no, for the most part at the start, I was just trying to make money because my parents we didn't have much money. And when, the financial crisis 2008, it really screwed my family over because they were over leveraged on some properties. And so we went bankrupt.
Welcome back, my friends. It's really heartwarming to know his parents struggled so much, but that he never gave up. Despite the financial challenges, he stayed focused on his goals and pushed forward to achieve his dreams.
Yes, undoubtedly. Now, he is the #1 YouTuber in the world, and his journey is truly inspiring for anyone facing challenges. It just shows that persistence and hard work can lead to extraordinary success.
So, in the dialogue, he said, "The financial crisis of 2008, It really screwed my family over because they were overleveraged on some properties, and so we went bankrupt.
The word screwed here is an informal term, and it means something bad happened or went wrong in a way that caused a lot of trouble or harm. In this case, it means the financial crisis had a very negative and damaging effect on his family, making their situation much worse.
Exactly. The word screwed can also be used to describe being in very bad trouble or difficulty. For example, if someone says, "If we don't get this finished on time, we're screwed," it means they are in a difficult situation where things will go very wrong if they don't complete the task.
Now, let's look at another word, overleveraged. Let's listen to the line again to understand it in context.
The financial crisis 2008, it really screwed my family over because they were over leveraged on some properties, and so we went bankrupt.
So, overleveraged means borrowing too much money or having more debt than you can manage. In the dialogue, it means his family borrowed heavily to invest in properties, but when the financial crisis came, they couldn't pay back their loans, which caused them to go bankrupt.
That's a tough situation. Let's try using overleveraged in a simple sentence. For example, the company went bankrupt because it had too much debt and was overleveraged.
Good one. Here's another example. Many people became overleveraged during the housing boom and couldn't repay their loans.
The next word is accomplished. Let's listen to the dialogue first.
Well, my mom is obviously incredibly proud. I think she actually sent me a text 2 days ago, just it's a long message, but she's just "I'm so proud of what you accomplished. Thank you for keeping me on the journey." And not some.
Welcome back, my friends. In the dialogue, the speaker says, "I'm so proud of what you've accomplished." The word accomplished is used here as an adjective to describe someone who has successfully achieved something significant or impressive. It conveys a sense of success and recognition for hard work or talent.
Let's make a sentence to help our audience understand better. For example, she is an accomplished artist known for her stunning portraits.
That's a great example, Ronica. Here's another. The students accomplished the task in less than 10 minutes.
So, in your sentence, accomplished means?
Good question, Ronica. In my sentence, accomplished is used as a verb, meaning to successfully complete or achieve something. In this case, the students successfully finished their task in a short amount of time.
This is the last example. On the other hand, maybe his personality was what made him an accomplished salesman. Now it's your turn, my friends.
The next word is backed off. Let's explore when and how we can use it in real-life conversations.
That was not easy, but she never gave up on me, and we obviously figured it out. But it was because I love her and she loves me, but it's just this is just something I was so adamant about and so passionate about that I was just I'm sorry, there's nothing you could say that would change my mind. But as things started to work, she eventually came around to it, and when I got more money on a single brand deal one time than she was making an entire year, that's when she was okay. Yeah. I get it. I see. She's I trust you. And she fully backed off.
Backed off is a phrasal verb that means to step away from a situation, withdraw or reduce involvement, often to avoid conflict or to give someone space.
That's a great way to explain it. Let's look at an example. When they started arguing, I backed off to let them resolve it on their own.
Perfect example, Robin. Here's another one. She backed off from the project because it was too overwhelming and she needed time to focus on her health.
So, backed off can be used when you step away from an argument, reduce pressure on someone, or even change your mind about something.
Exactly, Robin. It's a versatile phrase that can be applied in many situations. For example, the manager backed off from his strict policies after employees raised concerns.
So, the next word is flaws. We have one more word, look up. Let's listen to the dialogue first.
One thing is, it's hard to just blanketly pick one person because I've gotten to the point where no one's perfect, right? And so it's hard to say this is the person I want to be because everyone has their flaws and there's always things I don't like about certain people. So I found that I don't look up to people specifically. I more look up to traits people have.
Welcome back, my friends. What does it mean by flaws? Flaws are imperfections, mistakes, or weaknesses in something or someone. It could refer to physical defects, errors in work, or personality traits.
That's right, Robin. In the dialogue, flaws refer to people's imperfections or weaknesses. For example, everyone has their flaws means no one is perfect, and we all have our shortcomings.
Exactly, Ronica. Let's make an example sentence to understand it better. Despite her flaws, she is a kind and loving person who always tries her best.
That's a lovely example. Here's another one. The vase had a small flaw, but it was still beautiful and valuable.
So bots, flaws can be used to talk about physical imperfections or weaknesses in personality or behavior. It's a word that helps us recognize that imperfection is part of being human.
So the last word is look up. Let's dive into its meaning and usage.
Look up is a versatile phrase with different meanings depending on the context. It can mean to search for information, to admire someone, or to describe situations improving or getting better.
That's right, Robin. In the dialogue, look up to means to admire someone or regard them with respect. For example, I look up to my teacher for her patience and dedication.
That's a great example, Ronica. Another one could be, he looks up to his older sister because she's incredibly hardworking and kind.
Now let's explore how look up is used in other contexts. For instance, I need to look up the train schedule online. Here, it means searching for information.
Exactly. Or, after a challenging few months, things are finally starting to look up for our business. In this case, look up means improving or getting better.